Hello, viewers. Great to be back again with Thanuki to discuss AI and intellectual property. And today it's going to be our fourth episode, which is going to be on data protection and AI development. So, Tanuki, welcome back.
Good to be back here, Sujit. Yeah.
Always great to have you here. So, this is a question which some of the viewers have, sent to me and they've asked me to, pose this question to you. We have the GDPR, we have our own data protection laws now, Personal Data Protection Act. So the question which they are asking is, what could be the implications of data protection laws on AI development and intellectual property rights?
So I think before we look at how data protection laws affect AI development and intellectual property rights, I think we need to identify that there are implications of that intellectual property expects to kind of protect certain rights which are also of interest under the data protection regulation regime. So, for instance, artificial intelligence poses a threat to trade secrets, which is also an aspect of intellectual property. It is a critical component of intellectual property, actually. And when it comes to data scraping, some of this personal information or confidential information, trade secrets, licensed work can all get captured under a data scraping exercise. So that's something we need to keep in mind. So when it comes to owners of intellectual property, they essentially face a potential loss of exclusive rights as AI models, which are being trained on proprietary data, might expose protected information. And that is why it is imperative for companies that are involved in AI system development to safeguard this information assets against data breaches. So, in that sense, keeping that in mind, we can say that data protection laws can help to safeguard confidentiality and integrity of systems, create accountability, which are in and of itself essential to ensure IP rights in this way. And to do that, we're looking at things like anonymization, encryption, and basically any sort of exercise which comes within this the greater scheme of data protection towards protecting intellectual property rights. So those are the implications of data protection laws on AI development, and I don't see it as a hindrance. I think it as something that can help um, innovate while also balancing and protecting rights of users and also creators, basically both sides, as well as maybe even the public who will become exposed to this information as the process goes along.
So, Tanuki, how will the organizations navigate through this tension? Right? I mean, how will they know that they are not infringing into something which is protected?
So the way they can navigate these uh, pain points are basically by implementing a robust data governance framework within their organizations, having policies, procedures, controls to manage and protect data throughout its life cycle is very important. And here, this is like a general thing that we would talk about data within the life cycle of, a product development or process or whatever it is. When we say have a robust data governance framework, what we say for everything else applies here as well. You being a cybersecurity professional, you know this is standard everywhere, but how it becomes relevant here is that we're talking about things like trade secrets, we're talking about licensed works. These are the things that we are protecting in a different way when we talk about intellectual property, right? So the same principles that apply, like prioritize data minimization, make sure that you're collecting only the necessary data for AI training, employing encryption methods, so to make sure that there is no unauthorized access and you're mitigating that makes sure that trade secrets are protected. Um, Leveraging privacy enhancing technologies like encryption processes, privacy impact assessments, everything that you would normally do uh, when it comes to data protection would apply here and would help um buttress the process. I haven't really thought of ways that data protection laws can become a hindrance to AI innovation. Or creations, basically AI generated works, because I don't see it that way. I see it as something that is very well able to recognize that there are certain rights, other rights at play, and that those need to be balanced while you are creating something new. And the data protection laws really help manage both of that. And I'm just going to add in a point here that, yes, like you said, Sri Lanka also has the Personal Data Protection Act, and currently it's slowly coming into operation and will be fully operational hopefully by March next year. And there's this provision, Section 12, which talks about having a data protection management program, which helps companies and incentivizes companies to put something in place and create this privacy by design within your organizations. Consider privacy as a living aspect of your organization. And if that is prioritized, I think all these intellectual property concerns that you would usually have really are not going to be so much of a problem for you, if that is prioritized and that is taken into account and actually performed within your organizations.
Absolutely. So what I'm hearing from you is that is we need to have a robust data management program, which will also have a good governance framework to address confidentiality, integrity, and more importantly, the accountability. I guess when you have a data governance program and with data rightly classified, you would also be able to say which data can be used for training models and which data shall not be used for training models. You're basically creating your own guardrails so that your own data can be protected and also will not be infringing into other copyrighted materials. So, Thanuki, thank you so much for your thoughts on this topic, data protection and AI development. I am going to request you for another time where we have to delve deep into this subject, right? So we will take this as a separate topic and discuss more in depth as to how data protection and AI can be an enabler than a problematic case. Thank you so much, Thanuki.
Yes, sir.